Good morning, my dogs. It is 6:32. Look at my little lonely head right there. My name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to the 6:30 Club, where we try and lay the week out, figure out what we have in front of us, like the NVIDIA major event, the FOMC on Wednesday, OPEX on Friday. Just had our first rally attempt, and the question is, will there be some commitment to it? Can this overbounce continue or oversold bounce? Where can we go? How do we map out levels? How do we make some money and continue on course with the even keel, nice mindset? Let me just attach my chart here, share screen, boom, boom, boom. This is what we do. Little logistics. Let's see. Oops. Entire screen. There we go. There we go. There's the charts, right? We use our charts, don't we? Hope everyone had a good weekend. It is St. Patrick's Day. I remember back in the day when I lived in Manhattan, I used to go on a nice bar crawl, 13 different bars with a bunch of guys hooting and hollering. Well, not doing that today. But what we did do is we went into 25-20, had a nice workout, went on my ice barrel in the rain. It was nice to have the little pitter patter on the head and just think about the week, think about what we have to do, and then get sugar honey iced tea done. But anyway, here we are. We'll see what this week brings. At this point, you can check out the chart of the SPYs, and we had a bit of a gap and go on Friday, and it was very tradable, thank goodness. It took back more than half of what Thursday was. Got through 555, took out 559, which was this pivot. Remember, we were talking about, can we get above 559 to see 562 to 565? Well, we got to 563.83. So this is your little pocket pivot. So now someone's like, Red Dog, where's the follow through? Listen, when you're up 10, 11 points in the SPYs, down at $2 is not a big deal. And although everyone would like a little bit of upside free money if you took home 6, 7, 8, 9 positions, sometimes you make more money when you have a little bit of a down open, because you could add to them, because chances are you have more shares intraday than you have overnight, because again, overnight you can't really control it. So right now we're at 561. It's not a big deal. I'm long some SPYs. I'll probably add to some. I would think at some point we try and go green. Some people are like, hey, Red Dog, what do you think? Where can we go? Where can we go? I'm like, you know what? I would think we could see 575 this week. Is that too much to ask for? By that point, the oscillator will be burnt off. By that point, it'll be a little bit more balanced, and then we see. Sometimes, everyone shorts an area because they're like, oh, well, we're going to short 568, 575, and then it gives you a push to maybe even fill this gap here. You remember this gap? Well, actually, that gap is already filled. So anyway, let's get rid of that. But anyway, we'll go day by day. I have a bunch of things on. I'm starting a little bit in the hole, but I'm optimistic that I'll be able to add to them. You want to look at the Qs. Qs have a lot of descending channels. Some things broke these descending channels prior to the indices. So those were the names, to kind of go with. So with that said, for today, I'd like to see the Qs hold 476, right? 476. If we hold 476, go sideways, perhaps we take out 480.56, and you could see a move towards, this 486 area. So 480.56, and then this would be the next spot. Hold a lot of sixes. hold this area, and that would be, I would deem that constructive. Some people are like, hey, Red Dog, what led the way last week? Well, you had NVIDIA leading the way. NVIDIA, give you a higher low while the indices didn't even bounce yet. So hopefully you made some money in NVIDIA. Where can NVIDIA get to this week? I would think 128.49-ish. What's NVIDIA doing this morning? I looked before. It was up a little bit. So that's not so bad. You have the SPYs down, NVIDIA up. If you're long NVIDIA from last week, trim some. But we'll see how that goes. Also, Palantir, this looks pretty good. A lot of the Red Dog, what's it called, Alpha team is focused right here on Palantir, and it's kind of breaking above this lower level. So see what happens here. Does it get above Friday's high of 87.27? If so, it's got some room. All you want to do is grab some things with some room. This too made a little bit of a higher low before the market, so that showed some leadership. So if you're in Palantir, congratulations. You should be just fine as it heads higher, or gets just some kind of bounce. Most guys got out of it actively when it broke right here at 118. That was your spot, and then from there it's worked lower, giving you some clues to be out of the way. in this little group, I have like this little group of the super growth names like Palantir, Reddit, AppLovin, DoorDash. That's like one spot. Then I have my Mag 7 that I can't even call that anymore. I called it the Lag 7. Now it's just a bunch of mega cap stocks that are rebuilding. Then you have some semis, and you have some one-offs. But anyway, so Palantir is something that looks decent. APPs look pretty decent. Also looks like it's working its way back towards these moving averages. But again, these are just broken bounces. Sometimes they go a little further, sometimes they don't. Bottom line is, most guys got out again. When you have a process, you break an upper level at 488 or break the 8th, if you got out at 488 or 449, you were able to, buy a little bit of a higher low for a trade. Reddit was pretty good to us. I bought a lot of options. It was downgraded today. I would think that people don't really care about what some of these wirehouses say. I know everyone knows it's a high valuation name, but we'll see how it might need a day off, and then at some point it'll be able to take out this what's this 130.83. So in order to get to 136, it's got to take out 130.83. So we'll see how that goes. I'm in some options. We'll see how it absorbs this little spot. I'm also in Dash. Dash has been really good to us. Kind of wedging right here, right? So I would think in order to get into this area of this bigger wedge, it's like a wedge within a wedge. I remember that happens a bunch of times, but that's good. Wedge within a wedge is good because you have points of references everywhere. So if you look here, I would say as long as what's this level? It shouldn't get back to 178, to be honest. I'd like to see it hold Friday's low, and then at some point, maybe you could add if it gets above, just say 187. But it's been acting well, and it's been really good to us buying dips, and it'll be interesting to see what it does this week. So it's still in the game. It's definitely still in the game for a trade. Everything is just a trade. Some of the quantum names did really well. Congratulations if you caught QBTS. I know my buddy Peter was all over this. They made a lot of money getting back above the moving averages right here. Wow, what a move. So if you caught that, great. I'm in a little bit of this RGTI. Feels like, it could also have a little bit more action. So, nice move on Friday. It's up a peanuts. Maybe it continues up towards this 1250 area before it sees some resistance. Nice move. So I know quantum is going to be included in the NVIDIA day. Conrad, did we find out what that day is? Starts tomorrow. You remember the quantum names got all beat up when Jensen said it's going to be 30 years until they matter, which is not true. They're already starting to get into the compute, so maybe that's part of the catalyst. So I like that. I like this. IONQ has been lagging, so maybe this wants to play some catch up. Let's see what's IONQ doing. IONQ is up 70 cents. So this was the leader, and then they all switch depending. That's why you have to reshuffle names when you get a corrective phase. Some of my dogs are trying to chime in. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying. Sometimes people point things out that I didn't see yet in the morning, so we look at them. So first, Simel Kokia says, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's keynote is happening at the S&P Center, San Jose, March 18th at 10 a.m. So that's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. What happened to NNDM? I don't know. I got stopped out. A lot of times when you guys just watch the 630 Club and you're not part of the Alpha team or Redler All Access or tune in at the 20 to 520, things happen and change. When the market started a corrective phase and things started to break below the 821 day, I go from a portfolio approach, to a tactical approach, meaning I get stopped out of positions that are no longer holding up well. So some of you sit in these things because you try and piecemeal what's happening instead of getting the full picture. So I'll take a look at it, but I got stopped out of that a while ago. I got stopped out of ARBE a while ago. Things change. When they break the 821 day, you might not have Red Dog telling you what to do, but you guys know what to do. I've been training you guys for 10, 20, 30 years. Maybe not 30 years, but since 1998. Anyway, Joe Rapasol says, good morning, Scott. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla was downgraded. It's down 3 and change. I'm long a little Tesla. I'll see if I could buy some to go green. Did Meta CEO meet with Trump to buy TikTok? I don't think so. I think there were a bunch of companies that met with TikTok, but it wasn't. He was there, I think, last week, but I don't think it was about that. Win the morning, win the day, 100% Rolando. I've already started. Oklo thoughts. I'll get to some. All right. So everyone's saying, what about Tesla? So, Tesla looks like it should be okay for another push. It just, for some reason, wants to make me work. Anyway, I am in a little Tesla. As long as Tesla holds, just say 241. I would think it's sort of constructive. Sort of. That's the new special now. Sort of. So if it could hold 241 and go green, I would think, it could make a move towards the 270 area. Right now, what's Tesla doing? Tesla's down a little bit. So it's down 3.25. That's not a big deal considering what it was up. So I probably will be buying a little bit more Tesla, go red to green, and giving a push. It'd be nice if it was up. It's not up. So I'm going to, take it slowly. It's not that big of a deal. So that's that. Meta didn't have as good of a bounce. Meta, definitely is something to put on the radar. If the market wants to continue a bounce, you would think that this can get above 609 to see a move towards the 8-day. Again, this is a different type of trade now. Once it broke its ascending channel at 725, it's been under pressure, getting rejected into the 8-day this entire time. Gave you a little bit of a move. What's it doing this morning? Meta is it's only down $1. I'm going to look at this. Maybe this gets a little bit better this week, goes from red to green. This, Meta to me is still a quality name. It's still something that I think will act better in the second half of this year. So let it be in rebuild mode. So we'll see. It's only down $1. So yeah, that's on the radar today. I'm not in it for now. What did someone else ask me? Oklo thoughts. Let's see. So that was one of those nuclear type of, high valuation names that probably going to need time to rebuild. This looks like everything else. It looks like it just kind of turned up. Yeah, if you got out here when it broke the 8-day at 51, you have the luxury to buy it for a move maybe back to 30. That's the type of trades we're looking for, guys. We're not looking for like trending trades we're going to hold for the next few weeks. We're looking for trades that chances are, you might have a lower pivot and it kind of tries to retrace to the upside. This is when it was awesome. This is when we made a lot of money. This is when you had to get stopped out. So it looks fine. What's it doing this morning? It is it's up 30 cents. See, the same thing like ASTS. ASTS I think is better, to be honest. Okay, I bought a bunch on Friday. You had a little red dog reversal. Instead of playing in the upper end of the range, I'd rather play in the lower end of the range. There's a lot of money behind this thing. This chart is pretty good, to be honest. You look at the size of this channel. It's been in here for a long time. It raised a lot of money. Not going to get into the full-fledged fundamentals, but since August 15th, right? You're talking August, September, October, November, December. You're talking about 10 months it's been going sideways or more. So I did buy some down here. So I will add a little bit. It's only down 50 cents. So this ASTS, I would think, is something, if you bought a little bit on Friday, you could add to. I'm going to add to it. So some of you, but these are the type of trades we have. Lower end trades to see, if they could continue somewhat. But I like this. This looks pretty good. I am in a little bit of crypto, IBIT. It's down a little bit, but it's only down 70 cents. It was up 270. I would say as long as IBIT holds this spot, this is 46.99. I would think if it could hold this 46.99, chances are it could work its way higher this week. Let's see what IBIT, 47.41. Yeah, so I would think this could be buyable. It's only down 70 cents. It's not a big deal. If you look here, it shows you this chart that I have that usually is intraday, shows you where it is, as per. So hold here, go sideways. That'd be nice. Crypto is still in, this rebuild mode, buy a dip mode. It's not like GLD. Gold has been absolutely unbelievable. A lot of people made a lot of money. I talked about, asset allocators and the pie chart, and there are a lot of people that have been accumulating physical gold for years for this type of move finally. And then there are guys that traded actively, and gold's been above the 821 day. If you're in gold, congratulations. I haven't been that active in gold. I've been more active in crypto. Some people think silver is gonna go next. Silver's had a big move already, but silver definitely still has some room if it wants it. So see if silver holds the 8-day and continues. As far as like the Chinese names, I do like Baba a lot. I would. It'd be really nice if we could just see another move here. Baba was great. Listen, we caught Baba really early. I had Baba down here. It was a power play. I had it on the alpha team. I had options. And you would think, after hanging up here for over a month, consolidating, that you'd be able to buy this for another move. Like, I'm thinking this thing can go to 160, 170 in the next 3 months. But right now it's taking its time. I will probably add a little bit to it. So this is your daily chart of Baba. It's looking pretty good. And then you go to your weekly chart, and it shows you perspective-wise, look at this nice bull flag on the weekly chart. This thing was 319. This is like the pride of China right now. It came up real fast, holding here. So I would think that we could stay with this one. Maybe go out, 2 to 4 weeks and buy a call spread if you're not having much luck, trading the range of it. Let's see. Someone else is talking to me here. Sauna, we're going up today. We're going up today, boys. All right. What about TT? What Neo? Neo's fine. I've gotten, I've only accumulated Neo on a dip, and it hasn't been great. It's hanging in here. LI was much better. Some of the other ones I have some options on. So we'll see if this can get going. I think it's got earnings this week. So yeah, know what you can handle. March 21st. Sometimes earnings is a catalyst, and sometimes it's a reality check. So for me, I'd hope this is more of a catalyst and a reality check, but I'm only going to have options into that. So the Chinese names have been pretty good. I'm also hearing, that PDD could be a good earnings play this week. So I might actually put some options on. Let's see, what when's earnings? Yeah, March 20th. Today's the 17th. So I might put on some options for Friday. If you look at this chart, we made a lot of money in this one the last time, and I've been out of the way. This went to 133. I might do some kind of call spread strategy because, Chinese names are doing well. It's got a long channel. It's got a nice little base here. So I would think maybe you could buy the 135 calls and sell the 155s. And if it gaps up, you can make some good money. So that's something I'll look at. So that's something I'll see. Apple had a bounce. So it had a very, very broken bounce on Friday. It helped the futures go. It's been broken. And supposedly the China numbers are absolutely horrendous. You'll probably hear about that all day long on CNBC. So, can it hold 208? Is it priced in? Well, most of my dogs got out at 233 before this move and played a little bit of a bounce. Right now, Apple is, what's Apple doing? It's, it's only down 60 cents, not a big deal. I could see this going right to green. I could see maybe if they want to rally the indices, this is 213, worked its way back towards the 8-day a little bit. If you're an investor in Apple, I don't really think you need to worry. You've probably been in it for a decade or two and made tremendous money. If you're a trader, and you're looking to get paid, there's a little bit more room here. So it shouldn't just be a focus. You can't stomach and trust the Chinese names. I hear you. What's up, Miami Jeff? Then buy some options. Then all you're doing is pushing your keys, buying a call spread for Friday. You don't have to trust it. Risk is premium paid. But anyway, listen, my dogs, I appreciate you. Some of you guys started to subscribe to Red Dog Mindset. If you did so, great. This is week 7. A lot of guys are doing a little bit of the program, which we kind of tightened it up to start 2025. I cut out a little beer. I cut out French fries. I got on a nice diet. I've gone from 194 to below 183. We do fast. I'm fasting today into tomorrow. More than that, we do a 20-minute nice workout every morning. Some have a sauna, some don't. Talk about the day. Think about what we have to do for the week. Today I have XMSR Financial Radio, and then I have Fox Business, and I have multiple positions. So I'm thinking about, can the SPYs hold, the area that we just spoke about. And, if you feel like you're alone in the morning and you want a little bit of market talk and a little bit of, a little bit of fitness, then the 20 of 520 is awesome to connect the dots into what you're watching right now, the 630 Club. And if you find value in the 630 Club and you've been watching it for free since 2020, maybe you should subscribe to, the Red Dog Mindset, because at some point in the next year, it might be a lot more than it is right now by grandfathering yourself in. But anyway, so again, 555 we shouldn't see. I'd like to see 559 hold and a little bit more continuation there. As of right now, the SPYs themselves are, only down 99 cents right now. So that's I think that's constructive to see some commitment to Friday's move for another push. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm about to do 40 charts for the Alpha team. I appreciate you. And let's make some money this week, my dogs, and have a great St. Patrick's Day. Okay, if you're Irish, get out there and have some fun. If you're not Irish and you want to play like you're Irish today, today's the day to do it. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, Baidu looks okay also.